Hello everyone, and welcome to Module 8 of GDPR training by Complico. In this session, we'll focus on one of the most important foundations of the General Data Protection Regulation, understanding the difference between data controllers and data processors. By the end of this module, you'll be able to clearly define a controller and a processor, understand their responsibilities under GDPR, identify who is responsible in different business scenarios, recognize the importance of contracts between controllers and processors. What is a data controller? Key person or organization that determines why and how personal data is processed. In simple terms, the controller makes the decisions. They decide the purpose and means of processing. Example: if Complico collects employee data for payroll processing, Complico decides why the data is collected. Complico decides what data is needed. Complico decides how long it is kept. What is a data processor? A person or organization that processes personal data on behalf of the controller. Processors do not decide why data is processed, the overall purpose of processing. Example: if Complico uses an external payroll company, the payroll company processes employee data. They do not decide why payroll exists. They only act according to Complico's instructions. Real-world examples. Scenario 1. Cloud storage provider Complico stores employee files in a cloud system. Complico decides why data is stored. Right-pointing arrow controller. The cloud provider stores the data. Right-pointing arrow processor. Scenario 2. Marketing agency Complico hires a marketing company to run email campaigns. Complico decides to run campaigns. Right-pointing arrow controller. Marketing agency sends emails on AIM's behalf. Right-pointing arrow processor. Scenario 3. Joint controllers. Sometimes two organizations jointly decide the purpose and means of processing. Example: two companies collaborate and jointly determine how customer data will be used. Contracts between controllers and processors. Under Article 28 of GDPR, whenever a controller uses a processor, a data processing agreement, DPA, must be in place. The contract must include subject matter and duration of processing, nature and purpose of processing, type of personal data, categories of data subjects, security measures, confidentiality obligations, sub-processor conditions, assistance with data subject rights, breach notification obligations. Key differences summary. Controller decides why and how data is processed, has primary GDPR responsibility, provides privacy notices, ensures lawful basis. Processor processes data on behalf of controller, has direct legal obligation under GDPR, follows controller's instructions, must implement appropriate security. Important risk areas. Controllers must ensure processors provide sufficient guarantees of security, do not use data for their own purposes, do not engage sub-processors without authorization, return or delete data after contract ends. Quick knowledge check. Ask participants: if Complico hires an IT company to manage its HR database, who is the controller? Can a processor decide to use personal data for its own marketing? What document is legally required between controller and processor? Thank you for completing Module 8, Controllers and Processors. In the next module, we will continue building your GDPR knowledge to ensure AIM maintains the highest standards of data protection compliance.